The harness racing industry has been shocked by the scratching of Beautide from tomorrow night's Bendigo Cup. Adam Hamilton from TAB is joining us now to give us an update on what it's going to mean for all of the big races coming up. Adam, good afternoon to you. Not an ideal situation for Bendigo by losing one of their draw cards in Beautide.
Yeah, Hazy, good afternoon to you. Obviously a fair shock to come through. Not an absolutely monster shock, only on the basis that we haven't seen him for 5 weeks. He did have those issues, health issues after the Miracle Mile, but everything looked back on target. Only a couple of days ago I spoke to James Rattray and the horse was all go for the Bendigo Cup. So what transpired is that yesterday the horse developed an elevated temperature, so he's obviously got some sort of bug. He seems a lot better today, but Jimmy Rattray was saying that he's just not going to take any risks with him and contest the race at Bendigo. So the good news is he still expects to be right for the Victoria Cup and the Inter-Dominion. The bad news is this lack of lead-up racing he's getting before what will be one of the best Victoria Cups we've seen in modern times. And
Adam, speaking with James, he's also got the move back to New South Wales. They're talking about moving into their new property around Exeter in New South Wales in early February. So Beautide's going to have to handle the move back to New South Wales as well. So it's not going to be an ideal preparation for him.
No, that's right. Look, we know that he scratched the horse from the Hunter Cup, and he was probably never going to run in that race. But yeah, he's obviously got to have 3 runs if you listen to James Rattray between now and the Inter-Dominion final. So there's a free for all at Shepparton next week. It's Shepparton Cup in 8 days' time from now, but he won't be running in the Cup off what would be a big handicap in a standing start race, and the horse has not contested a stand and obviously would be a query. So there's a free-for-all over a mile for him. It's looking likely that he'll go to that race and then back up 7 days later in the Victoria Cup. And then obviously he's got 2 weeks between the Victoria Cup and when he has to contest the Inter-Dominion heat for him, which will be up at Menangle, Greg.
So what does that mean for betting? No doubt thrown the Bendigo, the market for the Bendigo Cup into turmoil.
Yeah, I'm not sure whether the TAB bookies are happy or upset because there'd been a big swing against Beautide. And I don't think it's related to this issue, but we'd seen Chris and me back from $2.80 into $2.30, Beautide $1.50 out to $1.75 in the Bendigo Cup market. Now, with Beautide out, of course, Chris and me dominates. We reopened him immediately at $1.40. Within 30 seconds, we took a $4,000 bet at the $1.40. So Chris and me's into $1.35. I expect him to start about $1.30. He should just wander to the front and be far too good at Bendigo. But it's these longer-term markets that our boys at tab.com.au have been having to juggle with since this news came out about Beautide. Let's talk about the Victoria Cup first, because he was the opening favourite at about $4.50 and he's just continued to drift since then. Remarkably, he's now on the equal 4th line of betting, Beautide with Terror to Love. So we've got guaranteed at $5. Philadelphia Man, $9 before winning at Horsham. He's now into $5.50. Chris and me's at $6. Beautide, $4.50 out to $6.50. $5.50 out to $6.50 today off the back of this news. Terror to Love at $6.50. Adore Me at $9. Then $17 or better for the rest. The Inter-Dominion you haven't seen quite as significant an impact because he's still got time on his side for that. He remains the favourite at $4.20 ahead of guaranteed at $5.50. Chris and me at $6. Philadelphia Man $7. Terror to Love at $7.50. And Lenny the Shark, who will return in the Shepparton Cup next week, he's at $8.50 for the Inter-Dominion. We're hearing he will run at Shepparton, go to the Victoria Cup, skip the Hunter Cup and then go to the Inter-Dominion Series.
All right, Adam, so the big news, Beautide out of the Bendigo Cup, but not too much of a concern. Thanks for joining us today.
Pleasure, Hazy.
And there he is, Adam Hamilton from TAB.